Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kill Ticket, Ed.
John, it's the High Gain Podcast.
Oh, it is the High Gain Podcast.
We're back.
Back.
Feels great. Where are we recording from?
We are, once again,
Yep.
in a bunker
Yep.
in West Seattle.
Beautiful West Seattle.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about guitars.
Great. I don't know. I think that guitar looks kind of cool, John. I don't hate it, and I think people might be surprised. My immediate reaction to it is like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This guitar is called out as being surf green,
Oh, okay.
but it is aged and mildly yellowed and faded
Yeah.
to the point where it resembles the color of the house I grew up in.
Oh, that's cool.
And I can remember having to paint the house or touch up the house from time to time. And I remember the color on the can said Tavern Green.
Oh. I'm looking at that guitar.
Yes.
I'm trying to close my eyes, take that color, put it on a house.
Yes.
That does not seem like a very housey color to me. Is that a weird color for a house?
Now do I think it is? Yeah.
Yeah, like that weird Pelham blue that fades out to that weirdy green color. Oh, that's what I want my house to be.
That might not be so good.
Yeah.
This color in the Southwest,
Maybe.
Colonial, New Jersey,
Yeah, not.
seems a little out of place.
Yeah. Pacific Northwest. We're kind of wet and mossy. We're in moist environs here.
Moist.
One of those terrible words.
This color's maybe too moist.
Yeah.
Down to my feet.
Beverages.
Beverages, Ed.
I think you got one of those lines slightly wrong.
Yeah.
The third one is pour your sugar on me. It's pour some, and then pour your sugar on me.
Oh, what does that even mean?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not getting into the mind of, what's his name? My sister would be very upset with me for not being able to name every member of Def Leppard. What was that guy's name?
Joe Elliott?
Nice. That's it.
Is it really?
Yes. Did you pull that?
The darkest recesses of my brain pan.
Rick Savage, Rick Allen, Phil Collin,
Uh-huh.
Vivian Campbell.
He was in Def Leppard?
Who?
Vivian Campbell?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Who's Vivian Campbell?
Shreddy guy?
He replaced Steve Clark. R.I.P. Steve Clark, 1960 to 1991. He was 30. That is young.
Yes, that was Pour Some or Pour Your Sugar on Me
From,
from the Def Leppards. 1987, Ed.
yeah,
Off the vaunted,
yeah,
legendary
yeah.
Hysteria record.
That album sold 20 million copies worldwide. I guess nowadays shit is measured in streams,
Yeah.
but like you figure 20 million, and back then,
On record, stack them up.
Yep.
You could probably get to the moon and back.
probably 20 million of those albums.
Probably.
You figure $10 a copy,
Uh-huh.
right? And I imagine albums were more than that, even back then in 87. $200 million? That's like buy a castle money.
You could buy a castle and stock it with monkeys.
Right.
What are you drinking, Ed?
I'm a juicy boy, pouring it into my mouth hole. And I have a coffee, but it's actually
Oh,
in a can. It's a Fonte Nitro. Oh, shit. It says shake well, and I shook it not at all.
you don't have to shake coffee. That is merely a suggestion, like stop signs.
I guess. I got this at Uptown Espresso. Shout out to beautiful West Seattle's
Yep.
Uptown Espresso.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Of course I've got the coffee because you got to
Mhm.
have the coffee. But
Mhm.
I have here an additional juice beverage. This is the brand Earthwise,
Yeah.
and this is organic. It is an orange, carrot, mango fruit juice beverage.
Okay.
Gluten-free. There are no preservatives. It is non-GMO.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who makes this? Where are these cats from? Oh my gosh. Produced by Johanna Companies in Flemington, New Jersey.
Your people.
I got to tell you something about Flemington, New Jersey, Ed.
Yeah.
Growing up,
Mm-hmm.
we would go to Flemington all the time because
Okay.
they had a fair there,
Oh, okay.
and it was one of the largest in the country. Eventually, the Flemington Fair
Yeah.
burned to the ground.
Oh, no. R.I.P. Maybe hit him with a dong.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Flemington Fair.
Yeah.
I could picture a Renaissance fair in Flemington.
Yeah. The Flemren.
Exactly. This guitar, it's kind of green.
It's kind of green, Ed,
Yeah.
and it's kind of super stratty shaped. It has one knob, a single knob.
Love it.
It is a volume knob.
Is it push-pull by any chance?
It is not.
Okay.
There's a 5-way switch
Yep.
for 3 pickups. The bridge pickup is a humbucker. And 2 single coils. Here's your neck. And middle. Then, of course, you've got your 2 and 4 positions.
Sure.
2, 4.
Yeah.
I'll go back
Yeah.
to the middle.
Middle. It's funny because it's very super stratty, Charvel. It's evocative of that.
It is.
But then it's got that hardtail, which is kind of funny. I could totally picture this thing having a Floyd Rose on it.
I think they do make a lot of them like that. This, Ed, is a Luxxtone
Okay,
made by our man, Jerry Bizen.
cool.
Yep.
Where's he hail from?
He is in Arcadia, California.
There was a band in, was it 87? I'm not sure. Arcadia, featuring 3 of the members of Duran Duran with their hit Election Day. Was that 87? I wonder. Let's look this up.
Do you think they were named after Arcadia, California? It's possible.
It is possible.
Yeah.
1985.
Oh, man.
2 years before Hysteria was released.
Pre-hysteria.
Right. Probably what happened was those guys in Def Leppard were like, what's hot? What's the thing right now?
Mhm.
And they heard Arcadia by 3 members of Duran Duran.
Yes.
And then they just like, okay, let's do that. I saw Duran Duran in probably like 84, 85. Whew, way back. Big LeBon head over here.
You were derangled.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I
What?
think Andy Taylor from Duran Duran kind of played metally guitars. He might have played something not dissimilar from this.
I think that's entirely possible. What we're looking at here, Ed, is our man Jerry in Arcadia, California.
Yeah.
What would you even say? Revisiting or reprising the kind of shape and stylings of the butt rock era?
Right.
Your Charvels and your Jacksons and your super strat shapes.
Yeah. And it's relict, but it's just that beat to hell relic.
I would call this a heavy relic.
Yeah.
Guitars that started out back in the day, early 80s, as custom alternatives to the stock stuff you could get at Fender. It's like he's taking the next step now in 2021 and saying, I will now build those from scratch and further customize them.
This is like a Strat shape, but you would never look at this guitar and think like, oh, this is a Fender Strat.
The originals were made as custom alternatives, and now he's making custom alternatives to the custom alternatives.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so if you want your shreddy boy to be super meta,
right, exactly,
then this is what you might do.
Yeah, I think that's pretty great.
I do too.
I'm weirdly not the demographic for this guitar, so I almost am the demographic for this guitar. Those guitars, I've just never owned one, never particularly wanted one.
Right.
But this, I'm suddenly like, oh, that's kind of cool. I guess if I were going to order one of these, I would probably want a Floyd Rose on it. They seem like a pain in the ass and dumb, but I would probably want one just because they seem like a pain in the ass and dumb. So why not?
If I were to order one, I would order the Floyd. The one knob is awesome.
Yep.
But I would also do one pickup.
One humbucker.
With that push-pull pot.
Sure, split it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pickguard on it.
Literally just one knob.
That's it.
Done. But I do wonder, the guy who is a fan of Kramer's and like those guitars.
Right.
That's who it feels like Luxxtone is courting. But are those guys like, why would I buy a Luxxtone? Why wouldn't I just buy
one of the originals?
Yeah.
How much are those? I don't know.
But this thing, you could get exactly what you wanted.
That's right.
In the color you want.
You configure it yourself.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yep. You know the coolest thing about that nitro finish?
What's that?
I'm drinking a nitro beverage.
Oh.
So it kind of works well.
Does it make the coffee taste better, do you think?
I didn't shake it up, so I got that not going for me.
Okay, pickups. The humbuckers Luxxtone uses are formulated themselves.
Oh.
But the single coils are made by Arcane pickups.
Not Arcadia.
Not Arcadia.
Arcane.
Arcane.
Yeah.
And the type of these pickups are what Arcane calls hippie whips.
Hippie whips.
So it's got a couple of hippie whips in here.
Sure. I have now heard 2 Arcane pickups in my entire life, and they are both in this guitar.
Yeah, let's see. Why don't I turn off all the miscellany?
Oh, sure.
Hard rock maple neck. That's highly figured, and it's thinner than normal in keeping with the butt.
Maybe I'd want like rosewood fretboard.
You want the natural fretboard if you're going to buy the butt.
Maybe so.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Sure, that's probably true. No pickguard on this.
The pickguard is just going to slow you down, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're trying to shred, and then your hand meets resistance against this piece of plastic?
How am I going to be Shred Peterson?
That's right.
I'm not.
The hippie whips sound nice and clean.
Yep. Oof.
That humbucker's hot. Volume of the middle single coil.
Yep.
Volume of the humbucker.
Oof. Is that a balance thing? Maybe it's intentional.
Maybe it's shreddy lead time.
Yeah.
Look out, here she comes.
I'm busted out.
What do you think of that?
That's something.
Yeah.
That's something. I didn't know anything about these guys.
Yeah.
So I went on everyone's favorite guitar resource, the gear page.
Oh, yeah, those guys are always kind of thoughtful and well-balanced.
Yeah,
don't you think?
Exactly. I will say that if you want a refreshing trip to the gear page, Luxxtone, they are held in pretty high regard on the gear page, which is actually somewhat surprising because that place is normally a cesspool.
If there's something bad that can be said about anything,
yeah,
the gear page will do it.
Yeah.
I would agree with their assessment of this one, though.
Yeah?
Normal fit and finish things you would look at on a guitar. Is everything lined up right? Pickups to neck, to frets, to headstock, to tuners, yes. Is the neck pocket precise? Yeah, it doesn't look like the neck is going to shift or slop around in there. It looks like it fits nicely. It's well done.
It's also a very minimalist guitar. There's no pick guard. Everything's exposed.
That seems almost harder. The routes that you make through the top of this thing to set the pickups in,
Yeah,
look how precise they look.
yeah,
Probably CNC, but still.
yeah. I think there's a number on the neck plate.
Yeah, the neck plate looks like it's laser engraved with their logo. It says USA, of course, and the serial number 0376.
What's the model of this?
This, Ed, is the Luxxtone El Machete guitar.
Love it. 376. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that's all up. 376.
I think maybe so. Jerry Bizen, born and raised out there in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, I know about Cleveland.
Oh, do you?
I used to live in Mentor.
Isn't that where some river caught fire?
They like to set their water on fire.
Yeah. Well, Jerry moved out to L.A. late 80s, early 90s.
Sure, to escape the fires.
That's right, to escape the burning water.
Yeah.
Did some teching and guitar repairing.
Okay.
Got good enough and well known enough at that to
Yeah.
open his own shop in
Okay.
the aforementioned Arcadia. When he decided to start building guitars,
Yep.
he did that out of the same shop. 70% of his activities are building these guitars, and only 30% is for the repair anymore.
Yeah.
So what started out as repair,
Probably the
flip-flop.
inverse. Sure.
That sounds like a success to me. Sounds like old Jerry has figured something out.
Yeah. The pictures of the shop on the old internet machine
Yeah,
looks pretty cool. He's got video games in there
cool.
and Monster beverages.
You got to keep the energy up.
Remember when we played some YouTube clips of that woman who did the Monster beverages and how Monster was like the devil? Yeah.
Yes.
You think Jerry's afraid of that woman and her devil stuff? No.
I don't think so.
Cut his teeth in the hairband days?
He's not scared of anything.
No.
I just think it's really cool that, like, hey, want to recreate your favorite butt rock machine?
Sure.
Get these guys to do it. They'll do whatever you want.
I'm looking at the order sheet.
Ooh.
You could get hip shot tuners, Kluson tuners, or locking tuners.
These are hip shots, by the way.
Okay. Luxxtone or other pickups. Yeah. So it seems like they do whatever you want. What do you want? I think I would go with something pretty similar to this. And then a Floyd. I would get a Floyd. Yeah. Come on.
I would be willing to watch some YouTube videos like, oh, how to set up your Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
Is it a pain in the ass? Probably.
Yeah.
But is it hard?
Right.
Probably not.
I would just get my guitar tech to set it up for me.
Oh, who's your guitar tech?
I don't have a guitar tech, John.
You don't have a live-in tech?
I probably would get one if I got a Floyd Rose.
Wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, Richard, I left a list on the kitchen table for you.
Exactly.
Can you get to those today?
exactly.
He already knows that the only thing you want to hear coming out of his mouth is, yes, Mr. Peterson.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
so-
knows. I like this in a way that I didn't like some other boutique custom builds that are highly evocative of other brands. I give this one a pass that I am unwilling to give to a lot of other guitars. Weird.
I think I am the same way. And
Yeah,
it's got the big, fat jumbo frets that make it easy to do your shreddage.
you've got to have that.
Yeah.
Come on.
That world of noise coming
Yeah.
to us courtesy of superfan Jesse Hurlitz, who has built us the Visceral pedal.
I actually couldn't tell what you clicked on, and I was like, man, that pedal's killer. I had no idea that's what it was. That's great.
Yes.
Wow. I think what I need is that pedal with that guitar.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I love that pedal.
Yeah.
Well, Ed.
Yeah. That was really lovely, John.
Did you like that?
Yeah, that was really great.
It doesn't dismiss the question, though.
Right.
Buy it or deny it, Ed.
If I were going down that rabbit hole of I want a shreddy sort of guitar,
Yes.
totally. I would get this in favor of an older Charvel. I think. I'm pretty sure I would. Just because I would order exactly what I wanted.
Yes.
And I don't know if I could just find on Reverb or whatever exactly what I want.
yeah, I think this is maybe the rare beast that you could order exactly what you want and you are not going to have to worry at all. Based on our experience with this one example.
Yeah.
it's going to be a great guitar.
There are other boutique manufacturers we've done where I have no doubt that the guitar would be great. I just don't care. Right? That's what's weird with me with this one. I think the guitar would be great, and I don't care that it's highly evocative of Charvel's or anything.
I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I think this is a buy. Buy this particular one? No. Because why are you going to go down the 80s butt rock hole but have a hardtail?
Yeah, that's the only thing that just seems weird to me. But your Mocha Strat is a hardtail.
That's true.
There is precedent for that.
There's precedent for that in my world.
Mm-hmm.
What's the website of that joint, Ed?
LuxxtoneGuitars.com.
LuxxtoneGuitars.com.
Yep.
Old Jerry over there at Luxxtone is on his game.
He knows what's up.
And then when you're done with all of that cogitating,
Yeah.
you can go to thehighgain.com
Mm-hmm.
and peruse all our episodes and pictures and musings.
Sure.
Or just go straight to the Instagram machine
Mm-hmm.
at the High Gain and look at those pictures.
You've got so many options.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We're on all the socials all the time doing all the stuff.
Get out there, do stuff.
Yeah, do stuff. What do you got to lose?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
What are you doing next week, Ed, about this time?
Oh, I think I'll be back.
Oh, great.
We'll probably have a different guitar.
All right, then. So careful about pouring stuff on yourself, sugar or otherwise, and make it back here safe next week.
Hell yeah.
All right, then.
Bye.
Bye.